The IEC in Lesotho says it's done everything in its power to encourage Basotho to vote today in the country's parliamentary elections. The Mountain Kingdom has been battling with stability for several years now. Let's get an update with the IEC spokesperson, Tuoe Hantsi, who's joining us, as 65 political parties or so contest this election. In fact, not 65. There are 65 political parties in the country, but only 52 will actually be contesting the vote. Mr. Hantsi, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you for your time today. Are all your voting stations open and voting progressing smoothly at all of them?
Yes, according to the reports I got, all the police stations, voting stations have been open on time and everything is going in order to date.
And were they all able to open on time? Have there been any issues you've had to iron out?
Yeah, all of them opened on time. There are issues there and there in terms of people not actually knowing because they didn't check the voters' roll during the display time. So some voters actually not aware where their names have been placed in terms of the state in which they should vote. So there is that struggle there and there to locate where they are to vote.
We're losing you somewhat, but I'd like us to persevere for 2 more minutes perhaps with our conversation. So when people do turn up at the wrong polling station, is it as easy as just sending them or redirecting them to the correct one, or is it a bit more intricate than that?
It's not that easy, but for those who have actually indicated that they are lost or they can't find their polling stations, they make some contacts and we are able to direct them to the correct stations.
Mm. To my mind, the issue of people turning up at the wrong voting station and perhaps not being able to vote would raise a concern, wouldn't it, as far as actual voter turnout at the end of this process? Do you have an expectation for turnout at the end of the process?
Actually, we didn't actually determine or have a wish of maybe at least what voter turnout that we are expecting. But then we are hopeful because of the rallies, because of the votations, because of what the IEC has done, the Lesotho has done, we think at least we will go beyond 60 days.
Right. 1.2 million people, I think, were registered to vote in the 2017 election. Do you expect, or is this year's registration, in fact, higher or lower?
This year we are having 1.384.
So higher.
31. Yeah.
And in terms of the various political parties, you've got more than 50 political parties contesting this election. On voting day, how do you deal with their complaints, separate from what voters are telling you? Should there be a complaint flagged by a political party, how do you resolve that?
Actually, we are on the ground. We contact each other. Wherever there is a problem, we are trying to solve it there and there. And so I think we are doing okay.
All right, Tuoe Hantsi, spokesperson for the Electoral Commission in Lesotho. Good to speak to you, sir. Pity about the quality of that line, but thank you for your time nonetheless.